Hi, I'm Deb from DG Reads, and this is my magical furry sidekick, Kylie. And today we're going to go over my course syllabus to go back to the magical school of Orilium. So, of course, I'm talking about Orilium, which is the magical readathon hosted by G from Book Roast, and it happens twice a year. There's the spring equinox and the autumn equinox, and April will be the spring equinox session for 2024. And I have my notes. I am in the Order of Mindwalkers, and my calling is an alchemist. I, of course, have to go ambitious, and it's one of the ones that requires quite a few prompts, so let's get into it. For elemental studies, I need a source of light on the cover, and for that, I'm going to be going with Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor. You may not see a source of light on the cover exactly, but the word Starlight, I'm taking that as a source of light on the cover. This is the second book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series, and I've been determined to actually read the rest of the series after rereading the first book, so I'm looking forward to getting into this one. For Kylie's favorite prompt, animal studies, I need a yellow title. And for that, I'm going to be going with Your Shadow Half Remains, which is by Sunny Moraine. This is an arc. The book's actually out now, but I did receive an e-arc from Tor Publishing, and it's also the Pyramid Book Club pick of the month. So I will definitely be reading that, and it works perfectly for the prompt. All I know about this one is it's in a world where you can't see other humans. One look can kill is what it says, and I'm very intrigued. It's a short novella read, and I'm looking forward to it. For astronomy, we were meant to find a recommended book based on our sign, and I am a Libra, and I looked through so many lists, and I'd either read the books, often around a 3-star, and there were a lot of books that I really just had no interest in, but I found a Goodreads list. So we're going with the super trusted Zodiac experts on Goodreads and reading Natural Beauty by Ling Ling Huang. And this is one that's been on my radar for a little while. I've heard it's weird, and that always intrigues me. The main character was a pianist, and through a change of fate, she winds up working in a beauty store, and things go from there. There's something sinister going on, and I'm looking forward to figuring it out. It's also on the short side, which is always a bonus. For alchemy, I need a circle on the cover, and for this I'm going to be going with Indian Burial Ground by Nick Medina. It is a gifted e-arc from Berkeley Publishing, and if you look really closely, the pattern does have circles in it, so I decided to take that. The main character is moving back to the reservation, but her boyfriend commits suicide, or does he? She's questioning it. She doesn't really believe it, and I'm intrigued to figure out more about the story. I really enjoyed the author's Sisters of the Lost Nation when I read it. I think that was last year. I'm looking forward to reading another novel from him. The next prompt I need is for Inscription, and for this one I need to write down 3 titles and pick one. So I thought we'd get our furry sidekick involved for this, and I'm going to write down 3 books, and she's going to pick the one that we go with. I decided to pick up 3 of my special edition books for this one. The first one I have is A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. This is actually the buddy read for the Mindwalkers for this session of Orilium, so it would be good to actually get this on my magical TBR as well. I also have the Atlas Complex, which I've not heard the best things about, but I am looking forward to finishing out this trilogy. It's already on my TBR for a prompt ball pick, and I am intrigued to see where I land on it. And lastly, I have Last to Leave the Room by Caitlin Sterling. This one is a horror that's been highly anticipated because I've enjoyed her past books, and looking forward to picking this one up as well. So we'll see what Kylie picks of the 3. Kylee is no stranger to how this works. I do let her pick my books on occasion over on Bookstagram as well. So I'm just going to put a treat behind each of these, and she gets to pick which one she wants first. I have no recollection as to which prompt is which anymore, so they're truly in a random order. And Kylee, okay. All right, let's see what she picked. She went for the middle one this time. And Last to Leave the Room. So as you saw, Kylee picked a book for me, and that was Last to Leave the Room. And I don't know a ton about this one other than this edition from Evernight is really stunningly creepy. And there's a strange room, a door that didn't exist, a doppelganger. I'm really looking forward to this. I loved The Luminous Dead from Caitlin Sterling in the past, and I'm really hoping that I wind up loving this one. For Artificery, I need a lock or a key on the cover, and for this I'm finally going to be getting to Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies because there is a key there on the UK edition, or at least on the Fairyloot edition, and I've been hearing a lot of good things about this one and excited to finally pick it up. It's one that I actually don't know much about, aside from the idea that it is about an encyclopedia of fairies, possibly. Just going off the title. For spells and incantations, I need to do a random number generator, and that will tell me the title length of the book that I need to pick up. So I'll be doing that one and inserting it here. I got 21 letters in the title, and boy was that hard to find. I had a bunch that were 18, 19, and 20, and even a few that were 22, but I found one for 21 and I just stopped looking. And that is They Drown Our Daughters. I've had this one for quite a while. I think I got it in a unplugged book box maybe. And this is by Katrina Monroe. And again, like I said, I just pulled it based on the number of letters in the title. So I don't know a lot. They say Cape Disappointment is haunted. Tourists used to go there. The tourists have now abandoned it. But Meredith is going home after a split with her wife, and her mother has Alzheimer's and is convinced the ghosts are real. So I don't know, haunting, creepy. It definitely sounds like something I will enjoy, so fingers crossed. For restoration, I need a book that you think could cure a slump, and for this one I'm going to be going with Krista Comes Out of Her Shell, which is by Abby Waxman, and it's a gifted e-arc from Berkeley. I have really enjoyed this author before. Fun fact, she was the first author that I met in person after joining the Bookstagram community and attending an author event. And she's local to me in California. And her books are just cozy. I enjoy the characters. In this case, we're following Krista, and she studies sea snails. And I think she's returning to her hometown. And I look forward to learning her story and how she's coming out of her shell. I also appreciate the nod to the sea snails in shell. For Demonology, I need a book you didn't pay for, and I'm going with another gifted e-arc from Berkeley, and this one is Funny Story by Emily Henry. The main character is dumped by her fiancé, and she's a little bit at lost ends and winds up suggesting that she room with the ex of the woman that her fiancé dumped her for. So it sounds like an interesting setup, and I will be reading that one. And then finally, for lore, I just need to read The Legend of Dia, written by none other than G. So I just need to remember to do that this month. There's also a side quest that's going to be launching in April that I definitely will be trying to get my reading to line up with and participate in that as well. I had a lot of fun in the one last year. And that wraps everything up. I'm really looking forward to this readathon. It's been one that I've been participating in since Orilium started, and it's one I look forward to every year. So I'm hoping to have a very successful April, set myself for a very successful fall equinox, and look forward to reading this month. If you're curious about what else I'm reading this month, because of course I have an overly ambitious TBR, I did put a post up on my blog and on Instagram with some of the other books that I'm planning to tackle this month. Some overlap here, some definitely don't. So feel free to check those out. They'll be linked down below. And for now, I will wrap this video up here. I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button below. Subscribe if you're interested in seeing me read some of these books or other material. And leave me a comment. Tell me what your favorite class was, or leave me an emoji for what your favorite subject in school was, either from Orilium or a more traditional school setting. But for now, that's it for me, and I will see you in the next video.